So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make, create, and then eventually sell your own chatbots. So if you guys don't know who I am, my name's Abdul Altamimi. I have my own AI automation agency. So if you guys liking the content, make sure to look out for a school community drop-in soon where I go in depth on actually how you guys can make money and how I make money. So put your phone on D&D and let's get straight into it. Yo guys, so I've made a mirror board for everyone just to kind of visualize and vision out how the chatbot would look like. Just as a reference point, anytime you get stuck, anytime you're kind of getting a bit confused on what's going on, just refer back to this. I'll put a link in the description on the actual mirror board. So it starts off with just creating a BotPress account, and then you've got the outreach. I'll be making a deep dive on all the outreach components. So you've got cold calling, cold emailing, cold DMs, Twitter DMs, LinkedIn DMs, Instagram DMs. I'll be showing you guys my templates, what's worked, what's not worked, kind of data around it, all the numbers around it, and just going through that. But that'll be a completely different video, just in a deep dive into that, because it needs a lot of information. So going into the actual chatbot section, we've got who is your target audience. So you got the type of business, the type of customer. So you got to define those before actually getting into creating the chatbot. I've put examples of specific businesses and specific customers, people who in the industry have worked with these and who I've actually worked for. So marketing agencies, hospitality, such as like hotels. You've got hospitals and also tech companies. For customers, you've got theatre, cinema, retail stores, and travel agencies. I've personally worked with theatres and it was a great experience, and the guys loved the chatbots, and we created a strong connection after that. What is the goal of the chatbot? You have to define what is the purpose around the chatbot so that you can actually say you've actually succeeded in going through the goal, or you've actually failed, and just a good way to set expectation. So goals of chatbots can be like customer service, lead generation, e-commerce assistance, appointment rescheduling or appointment scheduling, user feedback. Those are some of the goals for your chatbot. Creating your chatbot. So the actual video will be around creating the chatbot, and you want to ask yourself, does the chatbot serve its purpose? So I'll be going through actually how to make it, but at the end of the process, you've got to understand, have I actually served or has the chatbot served its purpose? If it's not, refer back to the video, go straight and see and stop if the video is too quick, because I'm trying to speak it quick, or else this will be like a 3-hour long video. But you got to refer back to the video, got to refer back to the actual video and see, does it actually serve its purpose? Stop, put it on 0.5x, the best way that helps you. And then getting into the last 2 points, which is polishing. So you want to polish it, make it seem up to the standard, and then publishing. So we'll get into straight how to actually make the chatbot. And yeah, head over to botpress.com, should see this opening page, and then just make a quick account. I've already made one. Just continue with Google, and as you can see, I've got some of my chatbots that I worked on. So you want to go to create a chatbot, and it should come up with congratulations, you made a chatbot. Now click edit, and it really is as basic as this. Now you want to go to start from a template, then you want to click start from scratch, because obviously your chatbot can look different to other chatbots. So you want to start it from scratch, and then we'll go into that. Okay, so this is the first thing that comes up. Just a bit about what you're looking at. You've got the main workflow properties. That's where you're actually going to be editing the stuff. So if I click on this, you can edit the message that's being sent out and stuff like that. So that's kind of your edit terminal. And then you've got emulator. So emulator is how you can actually look at the conversation and if it's flowing correctly, etc. So as of now, we've got nothing in there. It's just coming up with this bot is empty. Please add knowledge, etc., etc. So we'll reset that. And then on the left-hand side, we've got the filter card. So on here, you can send messages, you can execute code, and then there's flow logic, and we'll get into each one later on. And then you've got your capture information. That will be where you store the questions and actually get answers back and options, etc., etc. Here you can actually change the name. So let's change it for the sake of the video, call it chatbot vid. That's just the name of the video or the name of the chatbot now. And yeah, let's get into the actual chatbot. Brilliant. So now we can actually go into creating the chatbot. If you've not yet defined what your chatbot's going to be about, like I said previously, go back to the Miro board and kind of answer those questions and go through it. If you have, I'm going to be doing like a replica of one of the chatbots that I've made for my previous clients, which is the theatre company, and I'll be going through with that. So let's get straight into that. That will be the start of the function, and then you've got the node and then the end. Let me just disconnect everything and delete this node. Let me just delete that. Okay, so we have an empty studio right here and literally got nothing in it. So how do we actually start? I want to preface with, if you do not define what your chatbot's about, it's just going to be a pointless waste of time. You need to define your chatbot. What is your chatbot about? So like I said, go refer back to the Miro board. It has everything on there. Now you've defined your chatbot. So I'm going to do a theatre chatbot, and it was kind of one of my chatbots that I used for my previous clients. I'm going to replicate that and show you just partial ways of my chatbot. So yeah, let's get straight into that. First thing we do, start a standard node. We connect it with that. The first thing you want to mention, like in any chatbot, we are in a website. We've started the conversation. We want to welcome the customer. So we put welcome here just to define the node. We slap a text in there, and the text will just say, hello, welcome, exclamation mark. My name is Joe from X company. You would actually put the name of the company, but so I'm just doing a demo, there's no company. My name is from X company. And then you could just put another text if you want and say, nice to meet you. And then you can put what we call a single choice. That will actually have options on there. So you can put a question to ask the user on there. For me, I would put, what brings you here today? Brings you here today, just a question mark. And then you want to define a variable. You want to create a variable. So just put why. So now you've defined the variable. Now you want to give the customer options. So why are they here? Well, for you, you need to define what are the things that the customer actually wants and what are the different things that the service provides. So I would put kind of theaters. There's also tickets. And there's also up and coming events. So upcoming events. Find why they're here, and you've given the options. You want to build off that. So I would put, for the theaters, I'd put a standard node here and say, what brings you here today? What brings you here? Like what interests you about the theaters? So I'm going to put a text. I'm going to put just something about the theaters. Brilliant. Our theaters are known globally. Just to kind of have some small talk. And then add card, you want to go to single choice again and give the customer another batch of options. So theaters, I'm going to be like, what interests you about our theaters? Interests you about our theaters. Okay, so you want to give them options again. What does the theaters actually provide? So for theaters, you can be just a normal customer. So our theaters of visit our theatres or hire our theatres, because there's different types of customers and there's this different type of people that actually want these theatres. There's people that just want to visit these theatres, and there's people that actually want to hire these theatres for them to actually put one of their shows. Okay, so we've done that. Now we want to build off that. We want to define a variable again, create another variable. So it is what, and then so we know that they're here for either theatres or hiring our theatres. So they either want to visit or hire. So we want to go off the back of that again. So now visit our theatres. Then it is which. So what theatre are they actually here for? Like which theatre they're here for. There's nothing really to talk about here. So I'll put a single choice, and then I'll put which theatre are you here for? And then I'll make another variable and put which. So which theatre are you here for? And then I'll add options. So let's say this theatre company only has like 6. So I'm just going to put theatre 1, theatre 2, theatre 3, because the names aren't really that important. It's just more of the actual methodology behind it. Theatre 2, and then theatre 3, theatre 4. Let's just do 5 for the sake of time. All right, so now we have 5 theatres. Oh wait, let me just. Brilliant. So now we have 5 theatres. We can literally do the same thing and start another node and say what this theatre is known for. So you can put a text. Theatre 1 is our, because it's based in central London, is our London, or is our London's pride and joy, etc., etc. And then you can, from that one, you can put another one that will then add a file. So you can add like a picture or a video. Keeps disappearing. You can add like a image or a video. Instead of including it in a second node, you can just include it in that first node. So we'll just delete this node. You could put an image, you could just slap an image in there, you can give it a title, or you can give a video. So in one of the options, it had a video, so you can add a video also in there. That video, then you can put theatre 1 design, or like. So that will show you the theatre 1 inside and out and how it looks like for the customer. And you can literally do the same thing again. Let's just copy and paste it. And then just add a card, put text. It's literally as simple as that, and just add in and put in stuff. You can put another video or image depending on what you want. And literally do the same thing again and again for each one, depending on how many you have. So that's literally as simple as that. And then you can do, because we've only done it for visit our theatres, then you can do the same for hiring our theatres. Then you can do the same for tickets. You can then do the same for upcoming events. So each ticket could be about how to actually do the process of ticketing. What it can refer you to different websites. It can show you the whole kind of shebang of what to do. Then it's the same flow, give another standard node, etc., etc. I don't want to get into each and single one because it's literally going to be so repetitive. So I want to go into the second part, which is knowledge base and how to use knowledge base. If you click on, so I wanted to actually show you guys how that looks like. So if I'm a customer, I just put hello. Now it comes up with hello, welcome. My name is from X company. Nice to meet you. What brings you here today? So I click on theatres. Then it should come up. Brilliant. Our theatres are known globally. Obviously, you guys can polish it up and make it look and sound better. But what interests you about our theatres? I want to visit our theatres. And then it'll come up with which theatre you're here for. So I'll just put number 1. And then theatre 1 is our London's pride and joy. You can just keep going, add more information, make it look better. But as you can see, it's just such a simple way of making a chatbot, and you can go polish it, go back and add to it. So here I've not put in the actual name of the person. Hi, my name is Joe, or my name is Joe from X company. I can just keep adding, and then I'll expand and carry on with the same, and it will look much easier, and it'll have more information in it rather than just it being one quick. So yeah, the next part I want to get into is the default knowledge base. So another cool feature on BotPress is the knowledge base, and the knowledge base is basically a small LLM that you can use throughout the chatbot, and the chatbot will retrieve information in the knowledge base and actually use it to answer questions in the actual conversation. So there's different types. So you've got website, tables, rich text, which is basically just a simple text that you use, documents, and then you can also make it search the web. So for me, I'm just going to use a quick website, and then I'm going to just go over to Amazon, just a quick example, copy that, and then go onto the website source, get that URL, and it will make it discover pages. So we'll get all the information on that and then retrieve it and then put it as an LLM, just as a website, so that your bot can actually use it. So I'll just come back after it's actually processed. So it's been processed. As you can see the green tick. So that means it's actually been rendered in. And then you can go to ask a question to see if the actual knowledge base works. I'm just going to ask a simple question of, what do you sell? Hopefully that should come up in the knowledge base. So searching the website sources. And now, as you can see, it's coming up with all the information, and then it cites it for you. So it'll show you each of the actual pictures and all the information that was on the website and the one page. Obviously, because I've only used one page, you can actually use a whole website and retrieve information. It's just a simplified way, but you can obviously expand how you'd like. Brilliant. So now you've actually made the chatbot, you can actually publish it, and that makes it a public chatbot that you can actually share and use. So let's just wait for it to publish. Brilliant. So now it says bot published successfully. You can now go into back to dashboard, and then you could test what the actual chatbot looks like. So I'll restart this. I've just typed, hello. Hi, I'm John from your virtual assistant from Theatres. I'm here to answer any of your questions and help you learn more about our theatres. Obviously, I've added and edited the chatbot just to make it look a bit better. So what brought you here today? Our theatres. Brilliant, that's great to hear. Our theatres are one of the most prestigious and historical theatres, not only in the UK, but around the world. What interests you about our theatres? I want to hire a theatre venue. Do you have a theatre in mind? I then ask it, these are some of the theatres in central London. I'll put Cambridge, for instance. This dynamic young theatre, and it'll give me all the information about Cambridge, and that's just a kind of quick way to refer the customer. So yeah. So as you guys just saw, I made a chatbot in less than 30 minutes, which you guys can easily replicate. Imagine in less than 30 minutes you can sell this chatbot and then potentially get to 5 to 10k a month selling it to other businesses. So if you want more of these gems, I'm going to be posting a lot on my school community, so make sure to look out for that.